I'm ready. Good afternoon, everybody, or good morning, or good night. This is Big Cat and the Degenerates, and we're back for our Monday night podcast. You can listen to us on Apple Music, Spotify, or even watch us on YouTube. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about sports, about what happened during the weekend with our boy Smursy Smurs and Big Ginger Red Chris. We'll start with a little bit of the Premier League. There was a lot of ties this weekend with Everton, Liverpool going 2-2 with Virgil van Dijk getting an ACL tear because of, Jordan Pickford. Really shitty game. I thought it was a red card, but it is what it is. But talk about that 4-1 Man United win over Newcastle. I mean, was nothing really surprising on that score, huh, Smurs?
I mean, they're 1-1 going into the 85th minute, so I mean, be better. Manu's got to be better there.
Yeah, but
They,
they're also at 15th place.
I mean, they had no goal. They got smashed by Tottenham. They're still figuring stuff out. I'm not mad about it. We'll find our
People who
place.
people who like Manchester United are the equivalent of people who like the Patriots. They have no motivation in life, no real goals, and have the personality of a cardboard box.
Um, nope,
Hop on
not
the
true.
train.
I
Let me just
actually,
hop on the train.
I actually didn't start liking Man U until they were bad. So I've actually never seen a
Yeah,
really good winning
when
season.
was when was that?
2014, when Robin Van Persie was there. So I
That was a
never
while
act. I
ago.
only trophy I've ever seen them win is the Europa League. So I didn't
That's
hop
almost.
on them when
Oh,
they were good.
Is that
This
hate
around
league's
the
to see
actually
time?
that.
Is that around the time when you started liking West Ham, Chris, or what? That was around circa 2014 too, no?
Uh, Sophomore, junior year of high school, so
Oh, so
a little bit,
2012, 13.
a little bit
So
before. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's not bad. Well, West Ham had a big game against Tottenham.
Big
Uh,
game.
they were they were down 3-0, and they came up and tied it 3-3. I even had the money line on if I had to choose, I chose Spurs, but you know, again defeating us. Even though Bale came in, I think it was a second half, but
yep.
the stars of the game was definitely the West Ham players.
Well,
Credit.
you cheer, root, support for Real Madrid because you also have the personality of a wet blanket. Really, just don't let us get hot. You know, come
Yeah.
on, you irons, don't let us get hot. We just picked up another big attacking player. Don't necessarily agree with it. Think we could have spent our money better, but um, also our board, without getting too much into it, is just an absolute nightmare. We're
And
run by clowns, greedy clowns
but
who look
but
like cave people.
But you guys are sitting at ninth place, so that's not bad. You guys chasing Europa League or what?
No, I think we'll finish probably anywhere between 10 to 13th.
But no
I hope.
relegation though.
Can
I
I
really
just
hope not. I can't take it. I got a bad heart.
can I just say that you said don't let West Ham get hot, but they still drew. They didn't only got one point.
We just beat Leicester. We just beat Wolves. Where's United right now? Well, you guys are like
We're like
17th in the table.
we played 2 games less than you.
I mean, that's
Not
fair,
my fault.
but
You guys were
still.
scared of El Rona.
It's not.
Like
It's not my fault that we made it far in the Europa League when you guys didn't even make the Europa League last year.
Mm.
we had a better battle fighting relegation than you guys did in the Europa
They
League.
they were very busy fighting that
Yeah, very
relegation
busy.
zone. But
Manny
today,
was chasing Champions League, which
speak.
they
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But speaking
yeah.
of relegation and promotion, newly promoted team Leeds United beating Wolves. I think they beat Wolves, didn't they?
they were
Oh
down one
no,
zero in the
Wolves.
81st.
No, actually,
Wolves
Wolves won.
won 1-0.
Yeah, Wolves
Raul
won,
Jimenez scored.
which was surprising because I thought Leeds on a hot roll was actually gonna beat them, but I
Didn't you
if
didn't
I
you
had
just pick the over in that game, or did you pick the over in that game?
I believe I did. I
Yeah,
picked the over.
and I told you
For
that was a hot take, and it
the
was a
thing
hot
is,
take, and it was bad.
yes, the thing
Freezing,
is,
freezing
Wolves
cold actually.
Wolves had a very shitty start for this new season here, and Leeds were on a roll. Like Chris said, they were hot.
I
You
agree.
know, so I mean, I honestly thought they would have beaten like a hurt Wolves team, especially after what's his name? Jota, Diego Jota left to go to Liverpool. So they were really missing their number 9 man. And I'm like, okay, Leeds is definitely going to win this shit, but I guess not. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of ties going around. Aston Villa against Leicester City. That I was not expecting.
Dude, Villa's hot.
Villa's
Grealish,
Aston
fucking
Villa is
looks
good.
dangerous. They
Grealish
look
is
really good.
nasty. Ross
What
Barkley.
what's that
It's
other? What's the forward again? For Aston Villa, is it Watkins or something like that? Eh,
Tompkins.
Yeah, Tompkins.
I think it's
Dude,
Tompkins.
dude, this kid is good.
I'm
He's
just saying.
hot.
I'm just saying that the fact that England didn't start Jack Grealish over Mason Mount for the national team is an absolute disgrace and an
I
absolute joke.
I don't know
It's a
about
joke.
that.
Well,
He's
know about
been the
that.
best, more great player in the Premier League the last 2
Yeah,
years.
but
Well,
it's the national team, so they're gonna play the dude who's got the better name.
well, also, guys, don't forget that
Don't agree.
Mason Mount has been playing consistently well, and Grealish has his up and down. So he's a very polarizing player. One game he can play fire as hell, but another game he can play like
That's
shit.
because he doesn't have anyone
It's-
around him last year.
It's the same reason they
Not
still
wrong.
fucking played Pickford. Like Pickford's not a good goalie.
God, I
He's
hate that.
he's a liability back there, but he plays for Everton. He's played there for a little, or will get called up now regularly or
Mhm.
semi-regularly. They're gonna play him over like Henderson, or I mean even Butlin or Nick Pope. There's
Well,
other
Yeah.
viable options.
You
but
have to
they're gonna
understand.
play with
Yeah.
the better name.
You have
Big
to
name.
understand too that Jordan Pickford, I don't honestly I don't think he earned his place as the first choice goalkeeper for England
That's what I'm
because
saying.
yeah, like Henderson is a backup keeper to David De Gea. I honestly believe he should have stayed over at was it Bournemouth? Um anyways, and also
Burnley? I don't know.
Burn
It was-
anyway, no, Nick Pope plays for Burnley.
Okay.
And
Henderson came over from Southampton.
Yeah, you're right.
Southampton.
There's
No, it
Yeah.
was he was loaned. He was loaned last year, and he should be starting over David De Gea because David De Gea
Uh
sucks.
I say United get rid of De Gea.
Yeah,
United
they signed him to
definitely
a
needs
big
to.
ass extension, and he's just been shit the last
But
couple of years.
I honestly believe
Okay,
that
that's
Jordan
fine.
Pickford
Enough.
is definitely an overrated player, an overrated goalkeeper. Coming from if for those of you who are listening or watching, Chris and I, we were both goalkeepers in the collegiate level, high school and club, so we kind of know this position pretty well. And Pickford just throws himself out there. It's just bad. His ability, he is a nice showstopper, like he's there for the pictures, but like that big tackle against Virgil van Dijk. I understand he's going out for that ball, but he went kind of cleats up. He's going for the leg. He just goes like this and moves away his face away from the ball. So he's not even looking at it. So he's just throwing his body in. That's kind of reckless. And I believe he should have gotten a red card, but I'm not the ref.
Got a question here. So is it because it was offsides that it was not a red card? Because
Yes, because
so
the offside was called before the tackle or
okay.
whatever that interaction was.
Because I
But
feel like that's pretty bullshit that he can do that, but just because he's offside, it's like okay, like you could just guys offsides, the goalkeeper can go cleats up into a guy's face and be like, oh,
Yeah, and
that's
it's
offside.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, goalies get away with a little bit more because
a lot of things.
yeah, I shouldn't say a little. Well, no, a little bit more. I'm gonna stay biased, but we just have a little bit more leeway with that kind of stuff. Still dangerous, still reckless. Definitely should have had more repercussions coming through. It'll be interesting to see if Van Dijk comes back from being a Ballon d'Or finalist in the last year, 2 years ago,
Mhm.
2 years ago.
to see if he can return back to form because I believe he popped his ACL,
Mhm.
which is really tough to come back from in any sport, let alone somewhere where you're putting so much pressure on it 24/7.
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny. It's really funny because in college football in the U.S. and in the NFL, when you hear someone tearing their ACL, they're out for the year. Like Saquon Barkley and what's the running back for Panthers? What's his
Christian
name again?
McCaffrey, but he didn't tear
Christian
his
McCaffrey.
ACL.
He didn't
Oh, he
his
did it?
ankle,
No, he hurt his
Okay,
ankle, yeah.
so
like a high
so
ankle
like
or something.
so like Saquon Barkley, where he tore his ACL, he's out for the season. He's gonna be rehabbing for over a year, okay, to get that better. I understand it's a more intense and more contact sport, but like for here, the comeback is the recovery time is 8 months, and the players are back to normal. They're not wearing braces. It's pretty remarkable the difference between recovery time between these two sports if we had to compare them. But since we're talking about football, let's talk college here. How'd you guys like this weekend's games?
Was it Notre
Go, Chris.
it was not good. Notre Dame won. Did not look well at all, which is just sad. I was hoping they were going to kick the crap out of Louisville. End up being 12-7 and looked like they were playing like USC back in the day, where it's just a big gridiron, stretched out game. Other than that, Clemson just absolutely dropped their nuts on Georgia
Yeah.
Tech.
I mean, 73-7. God damn.
And they were
I
only
know.
favored by 27 points. I think that was the
Jesus
easiest
Christ.
cover of all time. If you
No.
bet
Yeah.
No,
I know
real quick.
my-
Tell me.
No, I was just gonna say, I know like Georgia State Thursday night didn't or hit the over. They lost 59-52, so 111 points. I had the over at 72. Also had the money line, so that washes Notre Dame minus 17 and a half, minus 17. That didn't hit, even though Notre Dame won. As a Notre Dame fan, I'm okay with it. I think they dropped back in the rankings. They're at 4.
You guys actually went up after all the games in week 8. You guys went up to third right now, behind Alabama as second and Clemson as first. So you guys are doing pretty well. When you guys came into the game, you guys were fourth. So you guys definitely came up and came up in standings. But Miami, can we at least give Miami a spot at top 10 or what? I believe they're a legit team, man.
The fact that they absolutely got blown out by Clemson, absolutely not. And that's what's going to happen.
Well, it was Clemson.
Notre Dame is going to get their shit kicked in, their teeth kicked in.
Oh,
by
absolutely.
Clemson.
I'm going to be, I mean, if you can see my sweatshirt, it said Sad Boy Season with the stick figure drawing on it
Just for
currently.
that.
And that's just going to be me after the Notre Dame Clemson game, just like it is after most Lions games. But yeah, Notre Dame's going to get handled by Clemson, I think.
Yeah. When are the Badgers playing? Do you know anything about that, Smurs? Because they're
next weekend.
They play
oh,
Friday
they're playing.
night.
Okay,
Big Ten
because
opens this weekend. Badgers play Illinois Friday night.
okay,
So
because
I'm excited for that because I need something to cheer me up in life.
well, they're
because-
they're technically still in the top 25, but they haven't played, so they haven't really give them a ranking. So they put them between 14 and 16 place. I don't want to say 15th because they did not put that down. They left a blank number. So
So
What do you
see
mean
how
they
that-
left what do you mean a blank number?
No, they're
Yeah,
shit
they didn't
for
have
me.
a number. They don't have a number. It says
Wisconsin.
14, 16, and then Wisconsin is right in between those two.
So they're 15th.
Yeah.
if you want to say that.
What does that even mean? What are we
So-
talking? What are we doing here?
I'm
Well,
excited though.
Yeah,
Because
I think they're gonna. Who do they play? I didn't really look that up, but
they play Illinois,
hopefully-
and Illinois upset them last year when they were like 4th or 5th. I want to
mm,
say.
so they're
So it's
kryptonite.
going to be a big vengeance tour. Graham Mertz is starting, which I'm excited for. The best quarterback to ever commit to Wisconsin. I think he was a 4-star recruit out of high school in Kansas. Jack Cohen did something to his ankle, so he needed surgery. He's out for the year. They're
Mm.
young, but I think their defense will be good. Jim Leonard's usually got a pretty good scheme, and they don't let people score 35 points unless you're Ohio State, because Ohio
Yeah.
State just drops its nuts on everyone in the Big Ten.
Ohio State is a powerhouse, man.
Hey, when
Can't-
you can pay your players, you know.
Oh,
Well-
Jesus Christ.
Well, we'll see when they're gonna pay that. But for the paying football players like the NFL, there's a big game tonight going on. The Cardinals against the Cowboys, and I honestly believe the Cardinals is gonna win. And if I had to pick, I'd pick the Cardinals on the money line. What do we think here? Because they're looking good, man.
I agree. I mean, it's scary because like you don't see Andy Dalton, so you don't know what he's going to come out and do. Like Andy Dalton could legit go and just light it up.
He's 0-4 on Monday Night Football matches.
Yeah, but he also played on the Bengals. Like you got to realize
What
the
a-
Bengals
what
and the
a-
Cowboys.
You're not
What-
wrong.
What a gambler stat that is.
Well, the Arizona Cardinals are minus 105 to win, and they're at plus 1 at -115. So if I had to pick, I'd pick -105. So
Straight
because
up.
I'm excited because Dallas Cowboys, they don't have their only legit weapon here is their running back, and hopefully Dalton can connect with some of their wide receivers and actually play a game, go back and forth with the Cardinals.
They've got Amari Cooper and a few other dudes who can catch the ball. The issue is, and what you're going to run into, and I don't know where it's at as we stand, but where is why am I drawing a blank? Or Kyler Murray. What Kyler Murray are you going to see? Are you going to see the dude who's been drafted top 5 in baseball and football come out and just be a stud and a little water bug?
Well,
Or are you going to see like a dude who's just going to manage the game? Because I think he has to come out and be a stud rather than just sit there and manage the game. If he sits there and manages the game, I think the Cowboys have enough in their arsenal in their back pocket to win because, you don't know what Andy Dalton's going to do. But at the same time, Kyler Murray can be such an X factor and so explosive. I think that ends up being the deciding factor in that game.
Yeah, and we have to understand too that the Cardinals picked up. They have Fitzgerald and what's the other guy,
DeAndre
the other wide
Hopkins.
receiver, DeAndre Hopkins. Which both of them, they very rarely lose the ball, fumble the ball, or anything like that. And Kyler Murray, he can run the ball, he can throw. I think he's still a little rusty in the throwing, but he's a very good runner. Almost, we can always say that he mimics a little bit Lamar Jackson to a certain degree.
I wouldn't say Lamar Jackson because I think he's a better thrower than Lamar Jackson. I think his
Mhm.
speed and quickness and his actual athletic ability is very similar to Lamar, but I think he's overall a better thrower.
Mm.
But I agree. One thing I will say though is with him being young, a lot of young quarterbacks go on Monday night, and I think sometimes they'll try to do too much. So if
Mhm.
Kyler's really gonna win, stick to himself, knowing that he's got DeAndre Hopkins, Larry Fitzgerald, he's got a good running backs, I should say. The
Mhm.
Cowboys defense is atrocious, so it's probably going to be an absolute
Unfortunately.
shootout today.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. If you're thinking about the over, I believe it's gonna hit. I believe so. And we have another game on Monday Night Football, which is not very common here, but Chiefs against Bills. They're both 4-1. Kansas City. You have Pat Mahomes throwing fucking dingers.
That's
and you
going
have
on
the
right now.
Bills. I know
Yeah.
they're gonna. I think it's gonna be a good game. But we'll see how that works.
Said how you want to talk about this Real Madrid loss today or yesterday because
I thought
Nobody
you forgot.
cares.
I thought you forgot, but
Nobody cares.
I watched part of the game and it was looking rough, man.
They look like shit.
Like
they
the
are
You can
shit.
say it.
dude.
You can say
was-
it. Say
They're a
it.
trash
Say
can.
it.
They
Say it
look
right
like
now.
shit. They look like
There
shit.
it is.
Cadiz literally picked them apart, bro. Like the defense was not very well done. Plus, you had Sergio Ramos getting injured. It sucks having
Dude, he deserves
your
it.
leader. Hey,
Injured.
hey,
Whoa.
can't talk
Whoa.
ill-minded of a player like that.
Left
Jesus
field, dude. Have some
Christ.
respect.
No way.
God, he's a person. He's a human being.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
has feelings, you
I don't
animal.
care.
But listen. I remember in the beginning, before this, Smurfs
Fuck
was saying
Aaron Rodgers.
Atletico.
Atletico's hot.
Well,
Atletico's a good
Atletico's
team.
hot, but right now in the polls they're 8th.
Fuck
Okay,
Aaron Jones.
they're behind Real Madrid and they're behind Real Madrid, who is 3rd right now. Okay, Real Madrid has 10 points and Atletico has 8, so it's pretty close, but we're still ahead. So you
Fuck
can't
that
really
big
say
Dothraki dude you guys have on the line.
for who.
People know.
The people know. But
Back to Baguette. I don't give a fuck
Well-
what the name is. Doesn't matter.
Smurs, what happened with the Packers though? Like you have
So-
going
Yeah, dude. What happened with that?
picks,
So
What
Tom,
happened?
so
interceptions,
Tom
1 pick
Brady
6.
Oh,
bent over Aaron Rodgers and said, "Here, have my kid." He kissed him on the lips. 'Cause that's what
Kissed him
Tom
on the
Brady
lips.
does to his kids. And he said, "I am now your dad." And Aaron Rodgers put his hands up, pumped a few times, and said,
Ooh.
"Yes, Dad."
just gave him a nice little right
Yeah.
in the mouth.
Maybe he might have used
But-
some tongue. I don't know. I wasn't on the field.
Definitely,
So-
dude. Dude doesn't eat tomatoes. He definitely gave him a little tongue. And Rogers is from California.
Yeah.
Even better, right? A little freewheeling. He just said right on the top of his tongue.
Tom
Hey.
said, "Hey, son, come here. Let me
Could-
give you a
could
nice
you-
little smooch."
Smurs,
Hey.
could you at least acknowledge that Aaron Rodgers definitely went downhill after that first pick six?
I will say that the whole Packers offense did. I mean, it looked like Devontae Adams just didn't want to be there. They
Couldn't
couldn't
be
run the
me.
ball. They couldn't run the ball, and that's one of the big things in their offense because,
Yeah.
as they know, that's a big part of their
Their
game is play action.
their only
Um,
thing.
I also believe that they put up 45 points on the Lions, and that was
mean,
a nice
listen.
win too. I think that they're still going to run away with the division.
Not what we're talking about.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're 4-1, so I mean they're sitting up very comfortable, and they're still considered favorites to even be in the Super Bowl and yet even win it. So,
Yeah,
we'll
I
Right.
don't know if they're considered favorites.
they're
Yeah.
not
Let's not get-
favorites. They're not favorites to
let's-
win the Super Bowl. Come on.
Let's not get carried away.
Listen, I'd say a little Pat Mahomes against Aaron Rodgers in the final. That would be spectacular.
Please
Just
don't
'cause
call it
you
the
li-
final. It's
Just
the Super Bowl.
God, you're so foreign. Let's not get carried away, Mr.
Educate me.
Hawaii over there. Jesus Murphy.
I picked it just for you guys. For those of you who are listening, I'm wearing a nice Hawaiian blue shirt with the floral design because I live in Florida.
Also, for those of you listening, he's got a little taco meat popping out of the top of it, and I don't approve.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But let's switch over to a little bit of baseball World Series here.
So the
Tampa-
Lions won by double digits, and we looked quite good.
Who are
You
the
might-
Lions?
gonna lie to
You
you
played
guys.
Gardner Minshew, so let's not get carried away.
Yeah,
We
even the
looked good.
Miami. Even
And
Miami. beat
we're
them.
and we're 2-3, which means 10-6 is still in play,
Yeah,
and that's what we need. We got our young. Hey, you shush before I kiss you right in the mouth. You shush. Okay, we look good. DeAndre
Dad,
Swift,
please.
high draft pick, 100+ yards.
Wait,
and a
wouldn't you-
tutty.
Wouldn't you be 3-2 if he didn't drop that touchdown in the end zone week 1?
Yeah, but it's week 1. No preseason games, OTAs. He's a rookie. You got to give him that, right? Who are your rookies? A backup quarterback that nobody gives a fuck about from the Sun Belt or wherever the hell he's from.
The love kid.
Go back to the Fun Belt, you freaking turd.
Oh man.
Right. So we're 2-3, and we look good. Matt Patricia still needs to be fired. The forwards could probably still get out of our organization because you're ruining it. Bob Quinn, you can also go jump off a bridge. Kenny Galladay, let's talk about him. 100+
Let's not.
yards.
So good. I have him on my fantasy, but I didn't know he was going to
He's
start. So I
good.
benched him.
Matt Stafford potentially back in the MVP talk.
Get the
things
fuck
are
out of
looking
here.
things are looking good. I think that needs to be talked about. We talked about the Packers that nobody cares. We're gonna go 10-6, and we're gonna probably come in first or second of the NFC North. And it's time for the NFL to wake up. Wake up.
Well,
Hey,
we'll
guys.
see how that goes.
Hey, wake up.
Hey, Chris, I will say this. If the Lions win the NFC North,
Oh,
I will kiss you on the lips or let you kiss me on the lips and we can live stream it. And then after that, I'll call you my dad for the rest of my life.
wow.
Maybe just Venmo me like $20.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
I like that too. Are we doing this right now?
Yeah, no. I mean, I wouldn't mind putting
'Cause you're
$2,000 on
you're
it.
scared. You're
I'll put-
scared.
I put like $100 on it.
You're
There we
scared.
go. We'll see how that goes. But moving on, sports.
2-3.
Little World Series here. Tampa Bay
10-6.
guys. This is getting out of hand here. All right, brothers. All right. Anyways,
Time to wake up.
the Tampa Bay Rays against the Los Angeles Dodgers. You think the Dodgers can win another World Series in this decade or what?
Who gives a fuck? The Cubs are out. It's sad boy season. Honestly, the Dodgers are probably gonna win. I think it'll be close. I think it ends up being 4-2 Dodgers.
The
They've
Dodgers,
got the better bullpen, better pitching. They're loaded up front. The Rays are good, but I think the Rays are like good in the fact that they're got a few studs and they're just really gritty, which is what you want. But I think the Dodgers come out on top.
I would love to see G-Man Choi
10
hit like 4 nukes in this thing because he is
10
just a
10 and
fun man
6.
to watch. He is a fun man to watch. I think he might go 2-3, 2 for 3 his first game, just like the Lions record. But I do
Like,
think that the Dodgers pitching staff is just
10-6.
very, is just very deep, and each man they throw is just an absolute fucking stud. But I
well,
would like to see the Rays win, just because they haven't been relevant for the last couple of years.
yeah.
So
Well,
I think
they both.
Kyle Hendricks plays a really good game, pitches really good. I think Rizzo probably hits at least a bomb or two during the series. Schwarber probably hits 3 and eats over under 10 hot dogs in the dugout. Fuel him.
I think
Chris
they got.
Bryant
I
probably
think they got knocked out already.
Probably has another kid during it. I would have to imagine.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's got to be popping out kids like crazy. He's probably really fertile. He has to be
Why-
so fertile.
Why wouldn't you look at him?
Yeah. Would you let him?
Yeah, I would.
Would you let him?
Yeah.
Would you?
Would you?
Chris, would you?
Or win another World Series?
No, absolutely not. It's not happening in your lifetime again.
Well, the
You don't say
Tampa
that.
Bay.
Okay, what are the Brewers gonna do?
I'm
Just
actually. I bet.
fuel their players with more drugs and racism.
To be honest, I'm a Washington Nationals fan. Thank you very much.
That's
Have
right, I
been since
forget that.
04, and we won the World Series last year.
All right,
So
hand up, you are.
suck my
Hand
dick
up,
from
hand up.
behind. Thank you.
Well, the Tampa Bay Rays are at plus 145 to win their first game, and the Dodgers are at minus 1.5 at negative 115. So this actually might be I don't know, for people that are very convinced. It's a pretty tight game. I think they both went on their previous series. I think both teams went to Game 7. So we'll see how that goes.
All right, I say that we just make our pick for the World Series, and then get on to our talking about our picks for the weekend, because I believe we absolutely got terrible. That's got to be talked about, because we absolutely did terrible. As a
Oh,
combined pod,
I didn't do too bad.
you did
That's-
two. You were 2-3, just like the
Yeah,
Lions.
no, that's not bad. 10-6. Look at that. Next weekend.
I got the Dodgers 4 games to 2.
Oh, hey, dude,
Yeah.
way to take. Yeah. Oh, how random how that
Of
number
course.
popped in your head after my little rant. Weird how that works.
I had them
Mr.
before that.
Baseball, Mr. Baseball guy,
I had them
Mr. Big
before
Tough.
that.
Mr. Big Tough Division 3 baseball guy.
Since I'm living on the west coast of Florida, I'm gonna pick
Dude,
Tampa
fight
Bay
me.
Game 7 winner. What we thinking
be-
there?
You've never thrown a baseball in your life.
Never. I've
Only-
thrown a baseball, but that's it.
Only thing he's throwing are those Buffalo Wild Wings in his mouth.
And a dub. I was catching it. Like Cam Newton says, we eating those.
Jameis Winston just couldn't be more wrong.
It wasn't. Oh God.
Where'd Jameis Winston go to college?
Florida
Spurs don't
State.
say. God,
Oh yeah,
didn't
he went.
know.
I knew that one.
no,
So
you
you did.
didn't.
Where did
Yes, I
Cam Newton
did.
go to college?
What? Yeah, where'd Cam Newton go? To
I have
college?
no idea.
Auburn.
War Eagle, baby.
What's the famous story that got Jameis Winston in trouble? Smurfs don't say.
Oh man, you're
he-
putting me
he-
on the spot here.
He took something. Come on, Mr. Florida boy.
What? I don't know. Did he like steal a chain or something?
Close.
Yeah, close.
Stole
Stole
It
crab
was
legs.
something like that.
If that's
Stole
not,
crab leg.
Cra-
And then
But,
in the 90s, what was the University of Miami called? Referred to?
The U. Soldier
many- how
boy,
many-
tell them.
How many first round draft picks are they famous for having in one draft?
Oh, dude, I'm
15.
not big. Oh well, you're such a great stats guy, Chris. Thank you for all that information.
I'm just a fan of sports. You claim
He
you're
is.
from Miami Heat, dude. You couldn't even name their starting 5.
I can.
What is it?
Okay, we're gonna start with good old Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero. Sometimes, Bam. We got Crowder.
Jimmy Butler didn't start in any part of the playoffs, so immediately wrong. Or no, sorry.
Super sub.
Sorry. Tyler Hero didn't start in any games in the playoffs, so thank you.
Super sub.
It doesn't matter. Listen, it was a great finals. Okay, people really doubted on the Heat, but they showed
Also,
their
only
worth.
name
We're
only
definitely-
name 3 players right there.
Yeah.
Let the record show.
Bam Adebayo, Gordon Dragic, Jimmy Butler.
Dragic,
Duncan
of
Robinson.
course. Duncan Robinson. We call him American Runs on Duncan.
No,
I think I just
don't
named
think-
4. I don't even know the
I
last
don't.
person.
Yeah,
I don't-
people say that.
I don't
Heat-
even
Heat
think.
Nation
I don't even
Twitter.
think people say that.
Well,
Haitian, you can't claim Haitian Twitter when we're talking about the Miami Heat. You just say it because you're Haitian. You speak broken French. That's
no,
why.
it's dude, you didn't hear. It's Heat Nation. That's the name of the Twitter handle
Oh, I
that
thought
most
you said
Floridians
Haitian
follow.
Twitter.
No,
That would
no,
have been
no,
a
no.
very you thing. Just like
Oh,
everybody
I
in
know.
South Florida. You
Sometimes.
freaking goddamn cone.
Anyways,
You traffic cone.
lastly, I think I can say safe to say for everybody that Champions League is fucking back.
We back.
We have some very very nice games going on tomorrow. I think the biggest game tomorrow is Chelsea against Sevilla. They play
Man U PSG.
Man U PSG. They play tomorrow, dude. Get it right.
West
Yeah,
Ham
they
play Millwall.
definitely. Yeah,
West
they
Ham.
play.
What? West
Go
Ham
ahead.
play West Ham play Millwall in the cup.
I hope Millwall wins.
That's so
They don't-
irrelevant right now.
They
Is
don't,
that
they don't
European
even. They don't.
Cup?
They don't. They don't. Come on. Let's be real. They don't even play. Actually, fun fact, it's just our rival.
Well, actually, Smurs, you were right. United plays PSG tomorrow. My bad on
Yeah.
that one.
I also
Hand
think
up, hand
Dortmund
up.
plays Lazio.
Yes,
pretty good one.
Dortmund plays Lazio, which is going to be a good game.
That's a
But I'm
super good
expecting
game.
I'm
Yeah.
expecting Dortmund to win that one. But
I don't know. I think
Sevilla
they're in
against-
Lazio.
Yeah,
Uh,
Lazio plays really well. Does Cavani
Yes.
start for United against his old team?
Cavani is out.
Ooh.
Cavani's out.
Something to think about.
Cavani,
he is.
Greenwood, Maguire are out. So hammer PSG and Eric
Yeah.
Bailly.
Which
so
in turn means Hammer United.
Hammer United because Harry Maguire won't get a red card in the 32nd minute.
real quick here, PSG for the money line, they're at minus 185, and PSG is at -1 at minus 125. So definitely hit that because I think United are gonna get scored on. I
Yeah,
honestly believe they're gonna get picked apart.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm gonna see who the lineups are, like if Neymar's playing or who else
Mhm.
playing,
Yeah.
because I like PSG
Mhm.
in the game. I just don't know like if Mbappe is the only person that they are gonna be able to go to. I mean, Wan-Bissaka will have some help down the line, but I still
mean-
think that PSG is gonna win like 2-1 or 3-1.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think PSG is gonna keep that clean sheet, even though former Real Madrid goalkeeper Jesus Navas is definitely one of the best players, one of the best goalkeepers I've seen to date right now in the past. Well, I'm gonna say 5 years. I want to say I really like Navas, and I really wish he had stayed at Madrid, but Madrid.
Really
bunch of
excited to watch
assholes.
Mark Noble command the midfield for PSG. That should be talked about.
Oh, that is right. He does. I don't know why PSG bought Martin Noble. Out of
He's-
every other players they could have gotten.
Nobody wants a geriatric slow midfielder more than PSG.
Oh man. But Wednesday, Bayern Munich is playing Atletico. That's gonna be a huge game. I think
Bayern Munich should win literally every trophy they possibly can
well,
this year.
they've won everything.
Agreed.
To be honest.
They are
But
They're so
stacked.
good.
yeah.
They're so
But Luis-
fast, so technical, so
Yes.
good. They should win everything.
Their
They're-
bench can win league titles by themselves.
I mean, that's not that hard.
They're very good. But Atletico does have Luis Suarez. So
Yeah,
and
but
tell me.
Bayern's just so good. I mean, Bayern, they have Neuer back in goal. I mean, I'm not saying Atletico's bad, but I think Bayern's just so good with Mueller. Lewandowski just is so good in front of goal.
Well, the spread for this game is pretty straightforward here. That -1 at -105 for Bayern. So
What's the money line?
the money line's at -190.
Yeah,
Which
so they're-
is-
they're-
it-
I mean,
it's-
that's pretty favored.
Yeah. Because they Atletico to win is at plus 475, which is they're definitely the underdog there. Even
Where are they
though
playing?
I believe they are playing at Bayern. Yeah, they're playing at
Yeah.
Bayern.
Hammer Bayern.
So hammer on Bayern. Bet the house. But yeah, that's all we got for here today.
As we say, don't think about it. Just throw.
Just do
Just
it.
throw at it. Just throw.
Just
at
throw
it.
at it.
Suck my dick from the back is probably what you want to say.
On that note, thank you everybody for listening to the podcast or the watching the YouTube video. Again, we are on Spotify and on Apple Music. We're called Big Cat and the Degenerates, and on YouTube, our YouTube page is also the Big Cat and Degenerates. So definitely give us a check out.
Do we want to preface what we got going on next episode?
Yeah, next episode. Actually, pretty excited about it. Big baseball guy Ryan Michaels coming on. I was really good friends with him throughout college.
What?
We'll be talking a lot. We'll have 5 picks again. Hopefully, we don't combine go 4 for 45. It
I
seemed
was
like last
two,
weekend.
two and three is not bad. So I think that should be noted.
But yeah, pretty exciting. He'll be a character, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I,
Well,
I would expect a lot of back and forth. Just going to throw that out there.
it's
A
gonna be
lot
fun.
of
It's gonna
back
be
and
very
forth.
interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. So, all right, guys, have a good one.
If you haven't looked at it yet, follow Chris Mull on Twitter and retweet his video so it gets more views. Thank you very
He's
much.
famous.
It's going viral.